Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see, Twitter live. SPY CPI. Tweet. Hold on 1 second. Boom. All right. 1 second. Hold on. And we're good. Awesome. Good morning, everybody. Who we got in here? We got Chuck, D, David, JJ, Tyler, Terry, Daniel, Eugene, Noel, Raymond, Jason, AMIN. Amin, I think is how you say it. Michael, Tangible Assets, and Isaac. Good morning. So yeah, we got CPI dropping here in 24 minutes. I kind of want to run over what I expect to happen for CPI. So in my honest opinion, I personally think CPI is going to come down. We're going to take a look at a few charts. Let me pull up the economic calendar. Let me see what they're forecasting for the CPI today, or PPI, my bad. Whoops, I got to change that. It's PPI, not CPI. PPI. There we go. Whoops. That means I got to redo the tweet too. Hold on. Not CPI today, PPI today. But yeah, we can look at some charts. Let's see. No, it is CPI. What the heck? Hold on. No, it is CPI. I'm tripping. I am tripping. It is CPI. PPI is tomorrow. Edit tweet. Go back and fix it again. CPI. Update. Okay, now we're good. So the expectations for CPI today. Bring this on over so you guys can see it. Let's see. Median forecast 0.1, core CPI 0.4, year over year 5%, and then core CPI year over year 5.5%. And then previous right here 5%, 5.6. All right, cool. So personally, I expect these numbers to come down. There is a few things that we do need to watch. Some things that some things that lead to a higher CPI. One would be crude oil, which we could see crude oil got absolutely smoked. And remember, the CPI is around, I would say like a month old before we start getting the news. So around like a month to 2 months. So around this range is what we would be getting as far as oil goes, the data that we're going to get. Natural gas, however, that got absolutely hammered sent over here. So again, the data that we're going to be getting from natural gas is going to be somewhere back in this range right here. We can go look at wheat or ZW. Again, the data that we're going to be getting is going to be somewhere around here in these 2 months. And then, I mean, we can look at other commodities, corn. Again, data is going to be somewhere around here. So I personally expect it to be slightly below or pretty much the same as last month. That's what I'm expecting. I could be 1,000,000% wrong. It could go up 1%, 2%. I don't know. This is just what I am guessing for the CPI numbers. But one thing that I actually did notice is the bonds. I think the bonds are going to come back into play very, very soon. If you guys used to watch those weekly market updates, I talked about the bonds a lot, but the bonds kind of haven't done anything. But this range right here is what is the reason why I think the bonds are going to come back into play. Real quick, if you guys could, make sure to smash that like button. It would be greatly appreciated. We got 125 people in here and only 36 likes. So remember, if you guys want that watch list today, you got to run it up to 200 likes. But the reason I think bonds are going to come back into play, we've just been sitting in this range of 110 and 99.8. If we zoom out to the weekly, I believe we have a weekly squeeze. So if you guys remember, every single time last year we got the next leg down in the market, it is because TLT broke before the market. So the bonds were actually leading. The bonds were the leading indicator all of last year. If you watch those weekly updates, every single time we started to break below a bear flag on TLT, the market got the next leg down. So looking at this weekly time frame, again, what's going to be important is, does this weekly squeeze fire down and take us below 99? If that's the case, it's probably going to take us back down into 91. And if that's the case, it's not good for the overall market, SPY QQQ. But if this weekly squeeze can get above 110 and it fires up, then good. I think what's going to come into play big time is going to be the debt ceiling that they talk about in, I don't know when they're supposed to be talking about it. I think it's in like a week or 2 weeks. But yeah, just an overall macro view of the market looking at the internals. And then one more thing I want to look at just for today is actually going to be the put to call ratio. Where are we trading? Let's see, 0.8. So nothing too special about that. Okay. All right, so that is all of that. Let's get some levels for today on ES, SPY, QQQ, NQ, and then we'll go from there. So with CPI, I mean, I'm expecting a large move off of it. That's typically what we will see. Remember, this 4,200 to 4,208 has been a massive area of resistance. So SPY can get above there, or ES can get above there. That's good. Maybe we come down, we retest the weekly 21, which is at 4066.3. 4066.3. We can also review the trade that we took yesterday on QQQ. If you guys were in the live stream, you guys knew exactly where I was watching for QQQ, and we smacked some puts right at the top. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch the whole move down. The trade didn't validate until like 10:01 or something like that, and I had to leave by 10:05. So, had to take a quick little scalp on that one, but it ended up coming all the way back down in the low a day. So those are deeper retracements right there. Zoom out to the weekly. And again, if you guys got any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Good morning. Channel members, as always, I greatly appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. What channel members we got in here right now? Don, Chuck, Rebecca, and Elizabeth. Greatly appreciate you guys. I will have a educational video coming for channel members only. Probably, let's see, it's Wednesday. Maybe this weekend or next week, I'll upload it for you guys. But be on the lookout. There's 3 of them already, 2 or 3 of them already. So if you guys haven't seen them, make sure you definitely go watch those. Take off these right here, just in case we kind of overshoot some levels. Huge area right up here at this 4,300. Yeah, we'll go over to QQQ once I'm done this ES, and we'll go over that trade for you guys. Definitely. Nice daily squeeze. Kind of looks like we're sitting here bull flagging. But again, I kind of expect CPI to just invalidate this right here. Plus, we kind of, at the same time, got a little inverse head and shoulders right here. Shoulder, head, shoulder. If we break that neckline, there's a good chance we retest these highs up here at this 4,200, 4,208. Boom. Alrighty. So that is going to be the basic analysis on ES for now. Just because, again, we got CPI, we're going to do some basic analysis, and then we'll finalize it after the CPI data today. So for the QQQ reject that we ended up taking yesterday, it was very simple. If we go to a 1-hour time frame, you can see, delete all this. What I ended up doing was, originally I had my pivot high to pivot low right here. But because we broke below that low, the pre-market low, set this low and then started pushing, I just had to simply redraw the low point to this low. So then from there, we had the reject 322.89. Same thing with this pre-market high. I had this pivot high to pivot low, had to redraw it because we slightly broke below the level. But same exact thing. We had the 61.8 plus the 50% retracement from 2 different time frames, or 2 different points that we drew the fibs, making it a higher probability reject area. So then if we break it down to a 5-minute time frame, we had a very large move going into the level, which increases the likelihood of a rejection. As always, break it down to a smaller time frame, 1 minute time frame. Look at the confirmation. Stop loss on this was literally right above 323. So there was not much risk. 25, 30 cents to the upside was the risk. And this thing went all the way back down into low a day. And actually never went higher. Who's calling me? But yeah, I mean, it was that simple. Just came up, 1 minute time frame, reject, get the entry, and then we got short. Beautiful trade. Hopefully you guys called it with me. Absolute banger. We'll get to the individuals after we get CPI. Again, right now we're just doing the basic analysis on everything, and then we'll get to individuals once CPI is released. So there was ES. Take a look at SPY. Again, make sure you guys are smashing that like button. It would be greatly appreciated. Let's get this poll going. Hold on. Did you like the video? Boom. I'll tell you what, today is like the first morning where I actually feel like really good. Really, really good. But yeah, we dipped right back down into that 410. We still have that inverse head and shoulders. Let's clean all this up. Remove. So right back down into 410 support. Held above it. We got this little daily gap. I guess we gapped down overnight. This is still a pretty big area. This 413.55, 414.65. Zoom out to the 4 hour. We have that again, shoulder, head, possibly shoulder number 2. Neckline would be, I'd say like right there would be our neckline. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. So yeah, we could be forming a 4 hour inverse head and shoulders right here. So definitely going to keep that one on watch. If we break above here, there's a good chance we continue. Come up, test these highs right here. 418.54 is still a massive area on SPY that we have not tested. So zoom out to the weekly. Pivot high, pivot low, 418.54, pivot high, pivot low. The next one isn't until pretty much 430. And then let's see where that 70.7 is. Same exact spot. So take off that 50. Perfect. Yeah, so if I'm going to watch a reject, it's probably going to be 418.54. After that, pretty much nothing until 430. We got this little gap fill right here. And then 430. And then we're gonna come back. This was a double bottom. Double bottom. CPI is in 12 minutes. So that's our basic analysis for SPY right now until we get the CPI. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I go live every single morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Give you guys a completely free watch list for the day. Answer any questions you guys got. Plus, I have 700 videos teaching you guys on how to trade for completely free on my channel. So if you're not subscribed, you are definitely missing out. Plus, I uploaded a pretty fire video last night, if I say so myself. What happens if CPI goes down? Market could pump, market could dump. It all depends on how the market reacts to the news. Again, good news could be bad, bad news could be good, or vice versa. The news is, that's why I don't base trades just off of the news. You always have to confirm it with the technicals, always. Let's get this daily 21 EMA back on here. Okay, so I personally want to see a retest of 13,151. That's ideally what I would like to see. Pivot high, pivot low. We got some fibs right there. We have our weekly one way up there. And I don't think... Yeah, we don't have any other good fibs in play. Cool. Could be doing like a little monthly inverse head and shoulders here. But that is everything on NQ for right now. Again, very basic until we can get this news. With QQQ would like to pull back 318. Just delete all this. High point. High. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. All right, weekly time frame. Pivot high, pivot low. Pivot high, pivot low. That's not true. Don't say that in the chat. Not true. CPI has been coming down. They've still been raising rates. Fake news. 132. Hold on, we'll go back to that. If you're talking about the NASDAQ, are you talking about a retracement or like bounce or reject for the 1 hour? Hold on, somebody added me in the chat. 1 second. Oh, there we go. Again, we got CPI. CPI is going to make a pretty large move if I had to guess. So we might just blow through the close. But as far as QQQ, 327, 331.50 as the rejects, would like to watch that daily 21 EMA for a possible bounce at 318. We have some other retracements: pivot high, pivot low, pivot high, or pivot low, pivot high. And then we'll look from there. And then here's our previous low. Boom. So we got 8 minutes until the news. What are you guys thinking? Are we gonna pump? Are we gonna dump? Hey, John Carter, you share the name of an absolute GOAT, an absolute legend. I hope you know that. But what you guys thinking? We pumping or dumping? Or trading sideways? Let's pull up the yes futures again. Yes. Boom. Somebody put something in the chat. Hold on. It looks like about 70%. Hold on. Yeah, around 70% are expecting us to be between 4.7 and 5.2, with 50% being from 5 to 5.2. So we'll see. We will see. What do we got? We got 7 minutes. I mean, I guess we could take a look at some individuals. But, no, we're going to wait for the individuals. Hey, I appreciate it, Christopher. Yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure to check out my book, The New Age Technical Analysis, on Amazon. 450 pages, goes over my entire day trading and swing trading strategy, how to find bounces, rejects, support and resistance, price targets, and so much more. So make sure you guys check it out on Amazon, The New Age Technical Analysis. Hold on, I gotta get a tiny URL. But book number 2, I mean, it's getting close to being done. I'm going through putting the final edits in, and then I'm gonna send it to a real editor, and then once they do it, that's the book link, by the way, the tiny URL. Once they go through and edit it, all I gotta do is get it copyrighted again and then published, and then you guys get book number 2. And let me tell you, book number 2 is gonna be special. Very excited for it. Very, very excited. So we got 5 minutes until CPI. Bear with me. No other analysis right now. It just doesn't make sense to do too much analysis because CPI is probably going to invalidate a lot of it. So we're going to see where the numbers are, how the market reacts, and then, I mean, if we could break this inverse head and shoulders, that'd be fun to trade. So we'll see. We will see. But we also have our bounces down here that we can watch if we really start dumping. I was about to say bumping. It's a pretty strong area too. Pretty much a double bottom down here. 40.61 to 40.66. Boom. Boom, boom. There we go. All right. And again, while we're waiting for the news, make sure you guys smash that like button. 250 people in here, 117 likes. Remember, if you guys want the watch list, gotta run it up to 200 likes. Let me get Twitter pulled up. Hold on. Trying to get this news thing ready to go. There we go. Yeah, I already see people talking about the bonds today. Yeah, I think the CPI is going to be very important for bonds. I guess while we're sitting here, does anybody have questions for the next 4 minutes? No, nothing. Haven't posted any levels yet. Again, we have CPI dropping. So once CPI drops, we'll finalize some levels, and then we'll go from there. I do want to take a look at the 10-year yield, actually. Whoops, there we go. Cool. All right. Any questions? Stop loss, I use sniper entries and identify where my invalidation point is, and then that's how I base my stop loss. Financial Juice is the one. Walter Bloomberg, which I don't think he really tweets anymore. First Squawk, Zero Hedge, Market Watch. Yeah, those are the main ones. I mean, I personally always trade SPY and QQQ. That's the ones that I always favor. Those are my go-tos. Yeah, fibs always work. Whenever there is a clear-cut pivot high, pivot low, you can use fibs. Always. Got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We're getting close. Again, make sure you guys are running up that like button. 278 people in here, 136 likes. The watch list will be posted when we hit a minimum of 200 likes, but I like 250. If it's a swing trade, yeah. But anything that's a day trade, no. I will always sell out that day if it's a day trade. TJX, I mean, we've been in this thing for a minute. So hopefully this thing can finally go today, because I'm kind of getting tired of holding it. It expires next week. So hopefully this squeeze can fire up and take us past 80. And I'd be a happy camper. But that thing has just been sitting there. All right, 1 minute. Let's get the news up. I got to close the chat real quick to get the news up. We'll pull the news over when it releases. Let's get it. Come on. What time is it? 10 seconds till it drops. 10 seconds. There it is. What we gonna do? What are the numbers? Plus, we can play the tick rule today, actually. Still waiting on the numbers. Looks like it came in right on the money. Uh, 4.9%. Hold on, I'm still waiting for all the news to come through. I'm going to drag it through here in a minute. Looks like we're breaking above that upper trend line for the bull flag. Yes, for the bull flag. Give me 1 second. Going to pull all of it over. Okay. All right, so here is the numbers. CPI month over month, 0.4%. Expectation, 0.4%, so right on the money. CPI core, 0.4. Expectation, 0.4, right on the money. CPI, 4.9% year over year, so right under that previous, or right under the expectation. I don't know what the previous was. Hold on. CPI year over year, that's 5.6, so right under the previous right there. 4.9, right under the previous right there. So literally like right below and then right on the money is what we're seeing with the CPI today. So yeah, I mean, again, to get an understanding of the CPI, that's why you got to look at the commodities and everything that we looked at the beginning of the stream. Crude oil futures are going to tell you a lot. Natural gas futures will tell you a lot. Corn futures will tell you a lot. Whoops. Corn futures, wheat futures, other commodities, etc. Gives you an understanding of what we can expect with the CPI. So heading back on over to ES. I mean, that trend line is going to be big, but if we can break it, 41.57, we got a pretty good chance of this thing going up. Now the question is, do we hold or do we start dumping here in a minute? That's the real question. So give this thing, I'd say a couple more minutes, and then we can start finding some levels. I use multiple time frames when using Fibonacci. And again, make sure you guys are smashing the like button. I'm going to keep reminding you guys we're getting close to those 200 likes. And also make sure you guys are subscribed. I do go live every single morning, give you guys a completely free watch list for the day. Plus got 700 videos on the channel. We do have a pretty solid support area over here, which should turn resistance. Right there, 41.76. Yeah, so we're going to give this thing one more minute, but then your guys' job is going to be keeping me updated on what's happening with the futures once we start clicking off of them. I already know Grizzly's probably watching his data strategy. I'm going to watch my tick rule. But, all right, let's get some levels. Where can we find some rejects? Zoom out to the 4 hour. I mean, it looks like the only reject that we can watch here to here. We already broke that 61.8, so that's not valid. 70.7, 78.6 are the only other areas I would watch. 78.6 lines up at that other support, probably turn resistance. We've tapped this 70.7 a lot. And then, I mean, as far as a retracement, if we weren't able to break above these highs and we started pulling today, then I would watch down here. And then, I mean, we literally have this 1 minute retracement just because we had that CPI news. but there's a good chance that we already come down and test it before the market even opens. So, all right, let's head on over to SPY. Let's finalize some levels over there. Maybe we do come back and we retest that 410. If we do, that'd be nice because we got the daily 21 EMA with a squeeze, 410 and 410.2 support, which has been a huge area in the market. Let's see, 4-hour time frame, still got the inverse head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder. So the key breakout point for today is going to be this 413.55. If we break above there, 414.65 is the next area. I mean, if this remains to be the high, we can look for deeper pullbacks down into here. But I prefer that 410, so I'll keep these on the chart for now. But I think that 413 is going to be a key area. 413.55, my bad. So there is that. Let's take a look at QQQ. So if this can clear 324, there's a good chance that we do get that push into 327. Again, I have nothing blocking us into until 327. So, I mean, that's the main reject point. If we pull back today, go to the 4-hour. If we pull back 319.58, 318.52, might be able to find a smaller time frame retracement again. If we just keep this low and high right here, then yes, we could find one. But if we start breaking above it, then I'll probably just look for the continuation. And then head on over to NQ. Then we start getting this this watch list typed up. NQ, major resistance right here. If we break it, 13,441. And, I mean, daily squeeze could fire up, and we could have a lot of fun in this market. A lot of fun. Plus, we do have daily supply right here. Boom. Boom. All right. So let's start getting this typed up. Let's drop it in the Discord, and then let's take a look at some individual names, and then we'll go from there. Let's delete this real quick. And then, I mean, we could delete this as well. Already broke the flag. You guys are going to see my 3rd grade hand drawing right here. Cool. Bingo. All right. Yes. 4-hour inverse head and shoulders. Key breakout point at 41.58. Price breaks. I am looking for the continuation. Reject at 41.75 to 41.76, then 4,200 to 4,208. If, what is that? 41.63 means the high. Actually, I'm not even gonna put that. Bounces at 4112.75 and 4100 to 4101. Boom. There's ES. Give you guys the SPY levels. Again, make sure you guys are running up them likes. What are we at? 181. You guys are getting close to 200. We need 19 more. Again, would prefer 250, but I'll settle for 200. That'll be nice. SPY, same exact setup. Just going to post SPY levels as well. I know some of you guys don't care about the futures levels, so I'll just give you SPY. SPY, same thing. 4-hour inverse head and shoulders. Key break at 413.6. Reject at 414.65, then 417.62. Bounce at 410 to 410.2. Draw this little inverse head and shoulders for you guys. Boom, there's SPY and Q. Same exact thing. NQ actually has like a perfect neckline right here. Literally perfect. NQ, key breakout at, I mean, we could look for a reject up here too. I don't want to say key breakout. Huge area of resistance at 13,359 to 13,370.25 over there. Reject at 13,441.25. Main reject. Been waiting on this area literally forever. So if we can get up there and touch it, I'm interested. Bounces 13,185 and 13,141.75 to 0.5. All right, there's NQ, QQQ. I mean, yeah, I would prefer us. I really think, I mean, if we can get this strength, that 327 is going to be huge. And if we blow through that, I mean, there's a lot more upside that we could see. So, and again, these bounces are only going to be valid if we do not start breaking above the highs. If we break above the highs, then we're going to have to redraw it. Main reject. 326.9 to 327. That is all I am watching on QQQ is that reject. It looks like we're going to try to break that 324.04. And then, yep, there it is. Hopefully we don't, hopefully we don't touch it. Ooh, is TJX moving? TJX better finally be moving. I hope this thing gaps up. I mean, we're getting close. If we can open and pump up into 327, I am very interested in a reject. Very interested. All right, there's that break. So we broke the inverse head and shoulders. Let's see if they can hold it. Now that's what's going to be key. Can we hold that inverse head and shoulders? So yeah, let's take a look at some individual names and then we'll go from there. Again, make sure you guys are running up the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed. And if you guys are interested in learning more about my overall day trading and swing trading strategy, bounces, rejects, support and resistance, indicators, etc., make sure to check out my book on Amazon using that link right there. So let's start by the watch list. We're gonna look at we're on a 4-hour already. Let me pull up the delete Grizzlies message because I'm not done doing what I gotta do. TJX. We're already in that swing. Let's go to the daily. Or no. It's a 4-hour. TJX, TTD. Yeah, I think we're gonna miss that TTD dash. Missed that one. QQQ, we looked at Tesla. Broke that little cup and handle. I mean, still has that daily gap to fill. So let's skip over that. Go to NVIDIA. Same thing, little cup and handle right here. Trying to break out. Don't really have anything good on NVIDIA. Let's take a look at Meta. Meta's breaking out. Nice little squeeze. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a spine QQQ kind of day. I mean, maybe if Meta could pull back towards this 235.75. Maybe Meta. Maybe. Let's take a look at Apple, though. I know Apple's getting close to that yearly high. Okay, never mind, actually. I thought Apple moved more than that. Interested in Apple up at 176.15 for a reject. Apple trading at that trend line. Maybe we could take a look at AMD. And actually, if you guys took that AMD reject yesterday that I put in the watch list and we talked about on here, that thing smacked. Remember I said watch that 96.18 for a reject? Literally went 96.16 and then dropped $2. So hopefully somebody at least caught it. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful setup on AMD. That's a beautiful 1 hour squeeze. Looking to release up. Thank you, BB. No, I don't play earnings. That's a complete gamble. No. I mean, I like AMD for an individual. So, all right, hold on. Let me type AMD so I know that I like that. Let's see. Boeing ripped yesterday. I didn't take Boeing, but still not really interested in it. Boeing, Amazon. 30-minute squeeze finally fire up. Yes, it did. I know Google. Make that 50% retracement. 61.8% retracement. I mean, with Google, I'd like a pullback more. And then I guess only one with Shopify. I think the only individual stock I like today is AMD. And Shopify doesn't look terrible. Over 65.13. So I think I like AMD and Shop. All right, let me see where we're opening on ES. What are we at? We're at 41.60. So I think SPX should be at about 41.50. Again, same exact thing. Shoulder, head, shoulder. I mean, we could come back down and fill the gap. Yeah, I'm gonna watch SPX. Maybe we open right above 41.50 or maybe slightly below 41.50. It just depends on where we open. Depending on where we open, that'll give us a nice little gauge. Open below, I'll look for a reject of 41.50. Open above, I'll look for a little look for price to support it. Could make the next push into 41.86. So we'll see. SPX 4150 is going to be a big level. So again, I like AMD, I like Shopify. Oh, AMD said, nope, screw you. We ain't waiting for you. So I guess AMD's not gonna happen, but maybe Shopify. We'll see with that one. Yeah, I know. They got a pretty big order. All right. SPX 4150 level will be key. Watching shop on the side. Open closer to 4160. Okay, okay. I will say I'm also watching tick rule. Depending on how we open. Like if we open with a really ridiculous tick and we can get an entry as close to pre-market highs as possible, I'll be interested to try a nice little reject with stop loss right above the highs. So keep in mind that tick rule is in play as well. There we go. Yeah, AMD is just ripping right now. Everything I am watching today. Let's get this bag. Boom. All right, that is the watch list today, everybody. So again, I mean, pretty much to run down the tick rule real quick, because I already know I'm probably about to get 100 DMs. What is tick rule? What is tick rule? Tick, the NYSE tick, pretty much the strength behind the moves and stocks going up and down, right? So if we're all the way down here constantly, what is more than likely happening in the market? Market is selling off. If we're holding above and we're getting really positive ticks, hold on. Where's a good example? Like right up here, market is probably trending up. Now, the thing is with the tick, the way that I like to use it is if the market opens and we have a negative 1500 or plus 1500 or higher tick reading, there is a good chance that we at least pull back to 0 on the tick. Meaning, what is more than likely going to happen with SPY and QQQ? It is going to do what the tick is showing us. So if we open plus 1500, plus 1700, plus 1800 on the tick, there's a good chance that the market pulls back until tick at least gets to 0. And that can offer us a high probability trade. So that is what the tick rule is. So that is more so just going to be a scalp off the open. Kind of got to be careful with this because two things could happen. Market could just sit there and consolidate until tick hits 0, or the market could pull back until tick hits 0. So if you find the market's consolidating while the tick is slightly pulling back, it's probably a good idea to get out of the trade. I trade live every single day inside of Team Bull. Every single morning. But yeah, if you want to trade live with me, here is the link for that. Boom. And then I am going to drop the watch list. Bang. All right. So, as always, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a certified financial advisor. Everything talked about in this live stream is based on my opinion and my opinion only. Options trading is very risky where you can lose more than your initial investment if you are not careful. So as always, do your own due diligence, use your own proper risk management, and I'm not responsible for any lost funds. Now, the market could completely dump today. right? If the market completely dumps, we're going to have to switch up the game plan, and I'll look for some puts to the downside. Or the market could just rip and break through all of my reject levels. If it comes up to a reject and it confirms the trade, I'll take the trade and use proper risk management. If it stops me out, so be it. I will find another trade setup. The market's open tomorrow. I don't have to force a trade today. So there's ES. Here's SPY. Here's NQ. Here's QQQ. Here is SPX. Feeling good today. I'm ready to make this bread. You guys ready? You guys ready to make some money? Also, I do want to say one thing before you guys leave. So, as most of you guys know, if you're inside a Team Bull, we lost an absolute legend the other day. Sadly, Dumpster passed away, and they do have a GoFundMe for him up. So if you guys do want to donate, whatever I make today in the market, I'm donating it to the GoFundMe. So if you guys do want to help out with Dumpster, show some appreciation. Again, I'm not saying that you have to. It is completely up to you. But if you guys do want to donate to the GoFundMe, there's the link right there. But yeah, so that is all I got today. Everybody have an amazing day. Let's run it up. Let's make some money. And again, I go live every single morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Give you guys a completely free watch list for the day. Plus, I have 700 high quality videos on this channel teaching you on how to trade. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Other than that, I will talk to everybody tomorrow.